From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New York Jets. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final two bring us as we're off in Week 9? Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
Here's the first carry of the game for Cam Akers. Broke a tackle, but not much room there ultimately. Just up past the 25 and no further.
He was brought down.
And Ndamukong Suh makes the tackle.
Pick up a 3.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, Winston. He'll let one go deep for Howard. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. 20, 10, and he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. Big yardage that time for the Jets. 69 yards. A terrific opening drive has them knocking on the door. 1st and goal. They'll run here with Akers. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
They'll look to run with Akers. And this time they were waiting for him as he'll be knocked out before he can get back to the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. Here's Akers. They try and run. And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Cam Akers, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Jets take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Picking up where they left off before the open week that they had last week as they won going into that. And no signs of being stale.
No, and that's really big for them because there's a trust factor that goes into this. Because what often happens, if you win the game before your open week, you should get more time off. But if you win the game before the open week, get more time off, and don't play well the next time out, that goes away. So they're making a statement that they like that time off.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Brady going to bring the Bucs up with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's Ronald Jones, first carry for the USC man. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
2nd and 7 at the 28-yard line.
Brady. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
Then he finds Gronk. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Move the chains, a gain of 7 on 3rd down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Brady gives this one off to Jones. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 1st down Tampa Bay there, a gain of 13. A CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but man, his first step is so quick too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Brady. He sets up the screen to Jones. He's got a 1st down and more inside the 30. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A gain of 32 that time.
That's why you call a screen. You want to catch a defense overcommitting. Plenty of space available, and that matched up perfectly. What a convoy he got downfield to pick up big yardage on that play.
Forced out to his left. Now he'll pull it down, and he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down. Now Brady on the bootleg, rolling to his right, and he hauls it in for the Buccaneer touchdown. From 8 yards out, and the Buccaneers are an extra point away from tying up this football game. So he scrambled right, but was able to look back toward the middle of the end zone to find the target.
As you know in this game, sometimes you just have to know when to break the rules, because we all know most guys throwing the football are taught never throw back into the middle of the field on a scramble. He did it and got away with it for a touchdown.
Instinct sometimes, right? They just take over.
Instinct and vision. Sometimes you just see people who are open, you're able to get it to them.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
He was trying to turn the corner, but he will go nowhere. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8. That last play backwards a yard.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Now the Jets send on Braden Mann to punt. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And, you know, it's certainly a lot of football left to play. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're in first place in their division, looking really good and looking to be a threat come January.
And are you one of those early holiday shoppers, partner? Are you one of those guys get your list done? Because I think about what every team has on their holiday shopping list right now. What's the #1 goal? Make the playoffs. #2, win your division. #3, and I think the biggest goal of all, try to get the #1 seed so you get that first-round bye and ensure you don't have to go anywhere in January and hopefully get to the Super Bowl that way.
Another first down as he went right back to the same well, this time for 17 yards. Now Jones. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Behind the line of scrimmage.
7-7, our score after 1.
With the score tied 7-7.
On 2nd and 12, Brady. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Brady's pass.
It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
Oh, I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
From a defensive perspective, they had exactly what you want anytime they want to throw the football. There was pressure on the quarterback. They were getting after him, and they tightened down on the receivers and forced the incompletion.
And this is good. He got just enough to clear the crossbar as he drops it in from long distance. And the Bucs take a 3-0 lead. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted. But I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. And a nice job to break free of one tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
3rd and short yardage, Winston. He's got Adams on the hookup. And he'll be brought down with the 1st down and a late flag here, too. He may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage.
Devin White.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jameis to throw it. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. William Golston in there to bury him for a loss of 11.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, now that allows your blitzers to get there.
They'll get this one complete to Zay Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16, but they'll remain short of the marker, and it's 4th down. And this one is right down Broadway. And that will knot us up at 10. So good kick there to polish off the drive with 3 points.
Yeah, coaches always talk about finishing a drive with a kick. 2 of them give you points, either an extra point or, in this case, a field goal.
All level now at 10 apiece as the kick's away. Taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted, and we can't do that.
And he's into the clear. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Chris Godwin, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Bucs get the quick strike touchdown.
If you didn't know it, it won't surprise you to find out that this team leads the league in scoring. They've been a quick strike team all season long. There's another example. They did it again. This offensive coordinator, right now, you can write his ticket towards being a head coach. He's advanced in the ways of offense.
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And that makes it a 17-10 score. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They find themselves down 17-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. They're going to get about 3 here out of this first down run, and that'll bring up 2nd and 7.
He was brought down by
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Now the 2nd down throw on target. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
Behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress. And down he goes, a Buccaneer sack. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest ones, maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. On is the punter man as he boots this one away. That's taken on the 25. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt, and that will come the offense as they take over. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1-play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1-play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was really easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. From the gun on 3rd down, Brady. It's caught. Jones. And he is going to have the Buccaneers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Shotgun now for Brady. He's going to sling this deep downfield. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Marcus May with a pick. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime.
At their own 25.
Following the interception, Winston looking deep for Adams. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
Well, no kneeling for them. They decided they weren't going to run out the clock. They decided to take their shot downfield, hoping to either make a connection or a pass interference call. They wanted more points to put on the board.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Caught on the right side by Adams. Now a timeout. 7 seconds left in the first half.
That's another Jets first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Winston now to throw on 1st down. Caught on the right side by Jones. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach! The Bucs with the lead, and they'll get the football first as the second half is underway. Now this will make it into the end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result, and he opted for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense from either side these last few drives. It has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Working from the gun, it's Brady.
Would you say this offense is locked in right now?
They're having no trouble on this drive. What is it, 3 plays, 3 first downs?
Yeah, you talk about on the march. They keep this up, they'll get to that end zone real fast.
And the Buccaneer first down.
Into the red zone, it's Brady. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A nice little screen. They get 6 on 1st down. 4 yards to go on 2nd down from the 7. This is Jones. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Touchdown.
A great effort there. Touchdown number 15 on the year. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead. Bailey got the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. And this carries into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. First down, Winston. The left side throw complete to Adams. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Davante Adams. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jets have made this a one-score game.
For the point after.
And nothing too crazy there. A quick slant, and then he just had a seam. He found a seam.
And when you hit it on the run like that, and I mean the pass right to the receiver who's already in motion and moving, sometimes he just takes and runs away from everyone else.
And he ran it into the end zone. And the defense, they've got to adjust there quickly. That's tough on them.
That's really tough because everything was executed well. Ball was out of his hands quickly, into the hands of the receiver, and then he was gone.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Pretty important third-quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll run it with Jones. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 48-yard line.
From the gun, it's Brady. He's going to wind up and air it out. That's caught inside the 20. And DP goes into Jets territory before being taken down. It's a gain of 34. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. A quick throw by Brady complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the 1st down completion.
At the 11-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal. From the gun, Brady. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Here's Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers.
Touchdown.
Ronald Jones, his 17th touchdown now on the season. And the Bucs are going to add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 14.
Makes the score Buccaneers 31, Jets 17.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll start this drive just across the 30. Pretty nice work on the return.
At their own 31-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2 minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete. Josh Gordon, the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, we always talk about how you've got to be quick when you go through your progressions, and here's another prime example. Trying to look downfield, he was standing in the pocket, but just couldn't find anyone open, could he?
No, not enough time. They hit him and forced that incompletion. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
And forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in the expected passing situation.
Now whistles come in before the snap. Looked like one of the Jets may have moved. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Working out of the gun. Winston. Looking deep for Adams. He's got a man complete. Yeah, he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call. Back now here on EA Sports. It's Jet football, but they trail here as we start the 4th quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll run a draw now with Akers. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
The ball carrier.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Now left side on the swing pass. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand the field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through, but that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And Winston lost the football. And it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Every week we hear talk about create turnovers. In particular, they wanted to force some fumbles. They got one right there.
And it shows you how the game has changed over time. It used to be good enough for a guy to get a sack of a quarterback in the pocket. Now, if you come to the sidelines and you didn't knock the ball free, your coaches are upset with you. All right, so if you're a quarterback, it starts all the way back into youth leagues. Take care of the ball, take care of the ball, take care of the ball, because here come the defenders.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Brady going to fake the give to Jones and set up to throw. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Looking for his all-pro tight end, Rob Gronkowski. And it's 2nd down. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. That's complete to his running back, Evans. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
Another nice pickup through the air, and I think a lot of people might expect him to run the ball in this situation, Brandon, but with this lead, they're electing to throw the football. Swings, slants, quick outs, things that they consider safe.
Jones with a nice gain there on first down as he takes his forward and call it a pickup of 6. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Brady. Got a man and he hits him in stride. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Brady's pass.
The 4th touchdown pass in the game for Tom Brady as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is, Is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Extra point up and good by Bailey. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will come out to the 25 as Jones elects for the touchback.
25-yard line.
The New York offense taking over for their next possession. They were coming off the extra week of rest, but this team started sluggish, and it really didn't get any better from there, and trailing big here in this fourth quarter. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
We've seen that the deep ball's been a part of their game plan all afternoon, but they've had trouble hooking up on it, unable to successfully find the end zone over the top.
On second down, Akers. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8.
That's the kind of run that gets everyone excited on offense. And, you know, oftentimes the guys who carry the ball are the ones in the huddle doing the chirping. Right now, I think it's the offensive line telling them, run it again. We are right there about to break a big one.
The Jets on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This time they face a 3rd and 2. To throw, Winston. And that will be incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. They'll run for it with Akers. And I don't think he got there. He did not. They stop him a yard shy. He needed 2. He only got 1. And the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Oh, now Godwin with a chance to run it. Get the first down and more inside the 20. And he'll finally be taken down at the 18.
The tackle made by
it's a gain of 16. First down, Tampa Bay.
16 yards. First down, Buccaneers.
Now Brady. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 3 yards the gain there, second down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 14-yard line.
From the gun, Brady toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
That was a touchdown if he could have hung on. Instead, it was a well-timed collision to jar that one free.
And 7 yards.
Throwing is Brady on third down. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. 5 touchdown passes now for Tom Brady. And the Buccaneers here finding a way to stretch their lead.
Well, business as usual for them. Well on their way to another victory. Riding a serious wave of momentum from what we've seen. And so far, they haven't met their match. So if you're going to play this team in the future, your mission is clear. You better be ready to play and match their firepower.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Winston. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Looking underneath, he's got Akers. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. That one good for only 6, and it leaves him with a 4th down.
4th down.
Here's the Jets punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. The Jets are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 11 at the 34-yard line.
Again, it's Jones. And a very similar result again. The Jets defense once more stopping him behind the line. Now the Jets going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as he'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Let's go. 5-2 is the mic. Mike's right below. I got it.
Operating from the gun, Brady. And this is going to be incomplete.
Pass thrown to the sideline and incomplete.
Here's Britton Colquitt now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Here's Jones. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Jets will take over 1st and 10. The New York offense taking over for their next possession. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a run with Akers. The Jets going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
It's on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Bucs 33-yard line.
So out comes the field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. And this is good. It was running out of gas there at the end, but he winds up getting just enough on it. And that drops the deficit from 28 to 25. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
25-yard line.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue.
Today's final score, Buccaneers.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Tampa Bay, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Jets, things are kind of getting ugly as they drop to 1-7 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Houston Texans. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next.